When your heat stops working, especially in cold weather, you don't just want parts replaced. You want the problem diagnosed properly and fixed the right way. This homeowner found us through Goodman. After diagnosing a failed control board on their furnace, we were able to locate the correct OEM board locally, covered under the manufacturer's parts warranty, and get their heat back up and running the same day. In this video, I'll walk through that repair and what it takes to restore heat the right way. Right now, it's getting a call for heat, but the control board isn't responding correctly. Instead of showing GH for gas heat, it's stuck displaying the 3 zeros and idle. Nothing is running, no inducer, no ignition sequence, even though it should be. This is a 2022 Goodman 96% efficient gas furnace, model GM9S96080-4CNA, and it's a 80,000 BTU single-stage gas furnace. Before touching any electrical, I verify voltage to ground to confirm the furnace is actually powered off. That protects the equipment and it protects us. This is the replacement control board, an OEM Goodman board, even though it's Copeland, made by Copeland. This is the OEM board for this Goodman furnace. Using the correct control board matters for long-term reliability and proper operation. There are quality universal boards that work well in certain situations, especially if OEM parts aren't available and the customer needs heat or cooling restored quickly. In this case, the OEM board was in stock locally, so installing the correct board for this furnace made the most sense. Before I get too carried away disconnecting the wiring, I take reference photos. It's a simple step that prevents wiring mistakes and ensures everything goes back exactly where it belongs. This part of the job is about patience. Rushing wiring is how systems end up with intermittent problems later or damaged components. At this point, the failed control board is fully removed from the furnace. Now the new board is mounted and secured properly. This board controls the entire sequence of operation, so correct installation matters. We reinstall the wiring harnesses and begin reconnecting the system step by step. Low voltage control wiring is removed from the old board so it can be transferred correctly to the new board. Low voltage wiring is where attention to detail really matters. Clean connections, correct placement, and tight terminals help prevent nuisance issues and callbacks down the road. Before powering the furnace back up, I go through the entire system, high limits, pressure switches, gas valve, making sure everything is secure and connected properly. I also spin the inducer wheel by hand to confirm it moves freely and isn't binding, like seized up. The door switch is temporarily taped so the furnace can be test run safely with panels off. That way I have access to the control board to see how it reacts with a call for heat now that we have the new control board installed. Power is restored. The new control board comes on and is now displaying correctly, which tells us the furnace can begin its normal sequence of operation. The inducer motor starts running as part of the gas heat sequence. The igniter begins glowing. The gas valve opens and the burners ignite. The furnace is now running normally. Once operation is confirmed, the blower panel goes back on before the blower motor comes on. Clean, steady blue flame tells us combustion is happening correctly. Here we're checking inducer motor amp draw to verify it's operating within specifications. By checking total system amp draw and subtracting inducer amps, we can get a close estimate of blower motor amp draw without removing the blower panel. On every job, we also verify temperature rise using our psychrometer, our thermometer, comparing supply and return air temperatures to the manufacturer specifications. That's how we confirm the furnace isn't overheating and is operating safely. Final panels are installed, the furnace is back together and operating normally. If you want your system diagnosed properly, clear communication throughout the process, and the repair done right the first time, this is the level of service we provide.